Hey YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today we got another video on Castor Maritime, ticker symbol CTRM. So we had some big news today. Castor Maritime announced some big news this morning. We're going to talk about that in this video. As well, we're going to talk about the price, how it's been slumping, what's in store for their future, and where do I think Castor Maritime is headed. But first, let's take a quick look at the chart. So Castor Maritime closed the day at 42 cents today, down a little over 4%. Another terrible day for Castor Maritime. Now shares traded between a low of 42 cents to a high of about 44, almost touching 45 cents. So not too much of a spread today. Volume, just a little over 97 million. So we have definitely seen our fair share of red days with Castor Maritime over the last few weeks, months or so. But if you look at the charts in the last month, Castor Maritime is down almost 58%. So this is definitely something that's very concerning to many of you traders, investors, and we're going to talk more about this price action later on in the video. Alright guys, it's time for the plug. So if you like the content I provide, if you're getting value, please subscribe, like, comment, share, and turn on those post notifications. Thank you. Okay, time for the big announcement. So Castor Maritime announced this morning, Wednesday, April 14th, that on April 9th, Castor Maritime took the delivery of the 𝗙𝗙𝗢𝗘𝗘𝗏, a 2010 Korean-built Kamsarmax dry bulk carrier. And then yesterday, on April 13th, Castor Maritime took delivery of the 𝗙𝗙𝗢𝗘𝗘𝗏, a 2011 Japanese-built Kamsarmax dry bulk carrier. Pursuant to the transactions previously announced on February 18th and March 12th, 2021, respectively, both acquisitions were financed in their entirety with cash on hand. The 𝗙𝗙𝗢𝗘𝗏𝗏 commenced employment under a time charter contract on April 13th, 2021 at a daily gross charter rate of $19,000 with an expected term of about 20 days. The 𝗙𝗙𝗢𝗘𝗏𝗏 is expected to commence employment under a time charter contract on or around April 17th, 2021 at a daily gross charter rate of $18,900 with an expected term of about 60 days. So this is very bullish, very exciting news. They just had 2 new vessels delivered and now they already have the 2 time charter agreements in place, one which started yesterday on April 13th for the 𝗙𝗙𝗢𝗘𝗏𝗏. Now the details for the 𝗙𝗙𝗢𝗘𝗏𝗏, which they're getting $19,000 for the 20 days, this will amount to $380,000. And of course they could potentially make more money than this. As for details with the 𝗙𝗙𝗢𝗘𝗏𝗏𝗏, grossing $18,900 over a 60-day period, will generate a little over $1.1 million. Both time charter agreements will bring Castor Maritime a little over $1.5 million. So this is pretty decent in a cash value perspective, $1.5 million. However, these time charter agreements are quite small with 20 days and 60 days. Obviously, we'd like to see them have much longer time charter agreements. On a fully delivered basis, Castor Maritime will have a fleet of 15 vessels, consisting of 1 Capesize, 5 Kamsarmax, 7 Panamax dry bulk vessels, and 2 Aframax tankers. Now let's take a quick look at the Baltic Exchange Dry Index, the BDI. So the BDI tracks the rates shippers like Castor Maritime can get for hauling these dry bulk goods across the ocean. So today, Wednesday, April 14th, the BDI rose 38 points or 1.8% to 2178. Its highest level since March 26th. So this is definitely a bullish sign as well with the BDI raising. This is only going to ensure that Castor Maritime will get higher paying time charter agreements. Now on the negative side though, Castor Maritime stock has lost about 50% of its own value over the past 3 weeks. Mentioned earlier that over the last month, it was close to 58%. Now, shipping companies are a very capital intensive business as vessels cost millions of dollars. And there are also additional expenses that you need to consider, from fuel, oil, to insurance, to unexpected claims that can arise. Shipping is also a very cyclical business sector and is responsible for the majority of international trade shipments of goods. Now, Castor Maritime has a management agreement with another company. This company is 𝗙𝗏𝗡 SA. This means that it has a contract that allows this other company, 𝗙𝗏𝗡, to operate and make strategic decisions on behalf of Castor Maritime. While this type of business isn't new and is actually quite common in the shipping sector, giving the management to another company can often be problematic. There's often conflicts of interest. Management company may not take maximizing the profitability of Castor Maritime to be its top priority. Now this management company, 𝗙𝗏𝗡, receives a monthly salary based on the contract. Now, the largest risks for Castor Maritime now are the volatility in the freight rates and its revenue and the free cash flows it has and may have. So as the freight rates continue to rise as they are right now, this is positive news for the company. However, in certain situations where there's damages or unexpected expenses, this guaranteed daily rate of this time charter agreement is no longer guaranteed and can be reduced for some days. Now, looking at their financials, so their full financials for 2020, revenues of $12.5 million, up from $6 million or 108% year over year. Now, the net loss of $1.8 million, which included a one-off non-cash interest expense of $1.1 million, it's a notable divergence from net income of $1.1 million the prior year. Expanding at such an aggressive rate means there are a lot of risks, such as not being profitable and finding sources of funding that aren't always good news for shareholders. Now, in 2017, 2018, and 2019, the company had a net income of $1 million. In 2020, it had a loss of about $2 million. In 2018, Castor Maritime had approximately 2,400,000 common shares. In 2020, it had about 130 million common shares. So this massive stock dilution is very bad news for the valuation of Castor Maritime stock. It has deteriorated way too much. Now, however, I am still bullish on Castor Maritime, but being in the long-term minimum 1 to 2 years, it is a very extremely volatile stock. It's very risky and definitely not for the weak at heart. However, on the bright side, Castor Maritime is up over 128% year to date. So if you got in early January of this year, you're probably way up in profits. However, as we mentioned, the last month, the last few weeks, Castor Maritime has been deep in the red. So guys, as always, if you're interested, if you want to invest, if you want to trade, always do your due diligence. I'm not a financial advisor, but please do your own research and really understand what the company does, if you believe in them, and where you see the company headed in the future. For me, my price target is the same. I'm still predicting $2 by the end of year 2021. Now, I know a lot of you are spooked seeing this price drop. Once we start getting below 40 cents, it's going to start to get a little scary. If we get down below 30, I'm really not sure what you guys are going to want to do. A lot of you are probably going to want to sell. There's nothing wrong with selling, and you can always re-enter at another time, especially if you're in the green and you already have profits. Now, if you're taking that loss, I know it's hard sometimes to take that loss, but sometimes you need to do it. If not, hold on, wait until the long term, and wait for things to kind of reshape. And once everything gets back to normal and all businesses and the whole world reopens, we're going to see a lot different price action with these stocks. And one other thing to consider is I believe a lot of people are in cryptocurrency right now. We saw in January and February, stock market wasn't moving so much. Too many people were focused on GameStop and the AMC short squeeze and all that market manipulation that was going on with Robinhood. And I felt that it was taken away from the majority of the stock market. Now I think we're seeing this again, but with cryptocurrency, with Dogecoin exploding and XRP, Ripple, and not to mention Coinbase, which had its direct listing today on Wednesday, April 14th. And if you look at your portfolio, I know mine, majority of my portfolio and my watch list, everything is in the red, and it can't stay red forever. So we just got to wait it out and wait for the market to rebound so we can start making those profits again and start being in the green. All right, guys, there you have it. There's the update from Castor Maritime as of Wednesday, April 14th, 2021. Let me know down below, what is your price target? Are you going to sell? Are you sticking through this? Are you going to wait for the long term? I know the times are a little rough, but let me know in the comments down below. And if there's any stocks you want me to cover and provide some due diligence on, please let me know in the comments down below or hit me up on Instagram. As always, guys, happy trading and see you in the next video.